Hey,
We lost connection for a second.
yes, yes, because it started recording.
Oh,
Ladies and
okay.
gentlemen, this is Alexandra, and we will explain who she is. As you can see, she is doing this interview with me over the Skype, and it's my understanding that you are primarily an actress with a little bit of exposure to the voiceover. Can you a little bit explain to the audience, build your credibility? Like, do you go to school for that, or what kind of gigs you done before films? And what is your expertise?
Absolutely. First of all, I don't know what's going on because it goes on and off, but you're still there. So it's a good sign. Good to know. Well, I went to school, film school. Actually, since I was a very young girl, when I was 14, I went to the academy in Italy. I did a lot of theater here. Then I went to university in Rome, where I attended like a sort of like filmmaking and acting school. But I also studied philosophy when I was in Rome. Then I jumped into the US and I went to the New York Film Academy and I've studied there. I was in the US, I believe, for 2, 3 years. One I did the 1 year program when I attended a master, and then I started working there. And I have to say, there are many things completely different since I am the kind of actor, the kind of person that likes to travel a lot to try to experience new things. I wanted to be for a while there for, then I also wanted to go back here in Italy because we really have good theater, many great authors that you can work in the independent theater, because that's the one I like the most. While in the US, I was more focusing, I was in LA, so I was more working for commercials, independent movies, or even some networks like True TV. Any kind of stuff, like by chance. My first job was for I was a spokesmodel for channel yak, that means channel one. There was a Persian American TV, and I've done that for, I believe, 1 or 2 months, while I was going to auditions, and getting whatever was coming on my way. I was happy to do it. But also I decided to, go back to Italy, experience like more the theater field, because we are really strong on that field. And I also wanted to go to London. I really wanted to do a West End experience, and that's what I was doing. And then we had, you guys know what will happen. And then I got back to her, I got back home, I got back to Italy, and now I'm here. But I'm happy. I mean, we are entering. Actually, we entered the third phase, so everything is good. I got some at home work, so all is good.
Okay, look, what is the next step? Like, we're in phase two. So, like, are the theaters opening? Are the film crew, like, are there big productions taking place? Like, with us, it's very little,
Opening.
anything less, maybe 10 people production, small crews are still welcome now, but the bigger production with thousands of people, hundreds of people, so far, it's not a feasible thing for New York. But things are getting better.
Okay, things are getting better. Not actually right now. I can only hear you. I don't see you anymore, but that's okay. Things are
Really?
getting better, but I gotta tell you this. Everything is really super slow right now. So I have to say personally, and also because I feel safer, I try to do as many as at home work as I can. You know what I mean? Like voiceover work, or I also just shot a commercial for a UK company, and I've done it at home. So they just basically send me the kit, the light, the microphone. They gave me some direction, and I just shot it. Now I have to say we are moving slowly forward. I know, out there something is happen. It's happening. Personally, I try to stay at home as much as I can for now. And then when the possibilities come in, we'll see what's going to happen. Usually, let me tell you this, I like to do live theater in summer, because that's what usually the theaters here are not really. like summer is not the best season, but not only here. So what we do, we only do like a lot of like theater event, because when it's summer you don't even shoot many, there's not really a lot to shoot too except for commercial. But for now we are starting to move forward, but there's not really a lot happening right now, especially in Italy. We are just starting to move forward. So long story short, as I said, I have my own equipment, I have my own lights, my own microphone, and I try to do as much as I can from home. By chance, yesterday I just recorded some lines for a short movie. Stuff like this. We gotta stay positive and see, because this was really huge, big. We had to change our lifestyle. I had to move back, and it was a lot for an artist to start over again. It's always like hard, but we have to stay positive.
I see many artists in my scope who are YouTubers and get to work with a smaller crew are really, really busy because big corporations need totally brand new commercials. They need
Yeah.
advice. Everything has to be sensitive, and the situation is changing dramatically week by week, day by day. So it
Yeah.
was like really tough initially. People got scared. Now it's things getting start to open. So whatever commercial was good 5 months ago was not good months ago. The ones that we done months ago is no longer applicable is to nowadays, because from then it protests, then it, something else happens. So advertisement, the commercials demand is skyrocketing because people are not having a lot of income. It's
Yeah.
difficult to bring new revenue, new clients. So if you talented uh, marketing and you can renegotiate your market share and you can do something creative, you basically can corner the market and everybody else stays behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We are the world out there is changing, and we have to adapt in order, to make things work. I realized that the way we shoot commercial, the way we're shooting movies is changing. Also, how an actor really realize that even when you get the auditions, what they're asking, what they're telling you, hey, we're gonna consider, the COVID-19 new rules. The crew is going to be smaller. You have all this kind of new rules out there. But of course, when you are as an actor, you cannot shoot with a mask. So as much as you can keep a distance or try to do your best or adapt a story, it's quite, it's really difficult. And also, when I shot my recent commercial at home, I also realized that even if they send you all the kits you can use, the equipment you can use, there's not really a lot you can do alone. You know what I mean? You can just stay still and try to do your best. But again,
Not
as you
really.
said,
I think that you can add new skills, let's say makeup and hair, and that way you don't
yeah,
have proximity to other people. As far as cameras, I have cameras on my body, so I can move, and camera
yeah,
moves
yeah,
with
yeah,
me, like little GoPro, that can go, on a body on the chest. You can have the like a stick, a camera on a stick. There are like a different stabilizers. You can film with a GoPro, not
that's also
GoPro. I
true.
mean, you can film with drones that follow you, so you can move around, and the drone will like, kind of cover
Yeah,
you.
as actors we need to learn more skills, we need to adapt. Absolutely, that's totally true. Also the makeup, as you said before, we have to work on to fix our makeup or our camera, skills. Make sure that you have like some space and try to have it like at the eye, all this kind of stuff that we usually don't care. We have to pay attention to learn and to adapt. But as I said before, in my opinion, the best thing is really to stay positive, to be open, with that sort of like optimism, because it's not gonna be forever like this. Actually,
Correct.
I can personally say that it's improving day by day. So
You've been uh, SAG eligible here and you've been actress in Europe. What do you see as the major distinctions, like what things like here in America people don't understand about Europe and things like folks in Europe don't understand about America? For example, I can tell you a little story about Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Like over there, it's a huge corruption in terms of extras. Basically, whatever the budget goes for the extras, they don't pay them like directly, like like a foreign and stuff. They just take them somewhere behind the scene and pay them part of the what they're supposed to get. So it's a lot of money left in between. So they're supposed to get paid, but they get paid a fraction of what they get paid. So is there like any major difference, like between Europe and the States?
That's a really compromising question, but I'm gonna be 100% honest about it. So, what is bad about Italy specifically, politics, it's everywhere. So, even in when you are an artist, so you can decide to be a free actor, and that's what I try to be, and it's gonna be really difficult for you. Whilst in the US, there's more meritocracy. Art is something, politics something else. So you're totally free. And if you get invited to go to an audition, you're not going there because that person how it works here, because here it works like that. I mean, don't misunderstand me. Networking is still something
True.
great, but initially it's more okay. We that person running the casting is my cousin or the cousin, or like it's like complicated like this. So the meritocracy in Italy, it's a huge problem. I have to say that. But if you work hard, there's always a way to. And that's why I also like to, go elsewhere, go back to LA when I can, or to go to London, to be open. Because, right, as I said, I'm a European, and here I speak a couple of languages. I
What
study
language do
French.
you speak?
Well,
French,
let's put it like this.
Italian?
Okay, I went to a language high school, so I studied Spanish, German, Latin, English, and let me think. And no, that's it. German, Latin, French, English. That's it. So I study all those languages, and the good part is, if you get an audition, let's say from France, you just go there, and you. That's really what is beautiful about being European. You have more than one opportunity, especially when I am in LA. I try to work in commercial and movies generally. When I'm here in Europe, I do like the way we do theater, especially even in London. It's great. Shakespeare. It's really great. Now, I never done a Shakespearean work, I have to say that, but it's really beautiful to be able to be open and to be able to get more opportunities. You know what I mean? And travel. We can do that, so it's really good.
Let me ask you about consistency of the groups. For example, in the past, we would work with some group, with not one group of people, and then I go to another movie set with another group of people. So no one cares about that. Now, since people don't want to introduce in their circles brand new people all the time, consistent group, if you have, let's say, a crew that meets consistently daily, you trust each other with physical proximity, you're healthy,
Yeah.
you're not sick, so you can film together day by day, versus like each other's skills, strong points, and like weak points. So it's very important, so you can rely on their light, you can rely on their production. So, and the most important, you can rely that they're healthy. They tell you that if they have fever or something happens to their family. Versus like I said before, we didn't thought in that in that dimension.
Yeah, I have to say something. I have to admit that Italians generally did a really good jobs. They were really conscious. They were respectable. So I'm sure that doesn't matter where and what kind of like crew, people are gonna be, self-conscious, and they're gonna be aware of the situation and be smart and respect the rules. Doesn't matter who you are with, what is your production, where are you working. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be smart about that. Even though we had some small episodes that were like not the best, people don't really act in the best situation, but I have to say we really did a good job. And I'm positive that doesn't matter where you go, people are going to be respectful. Having that said, personally, of course, I do have my friends, especially when we are working on like independent project or short movie where, like the writer, the director, and so on, the editor, and so on, the other actor. I have a group of people in LA that are friends of mine, and I like to work with them because we trust them, we know each other. It's beautiful when you find people that you love to work with and you can repeat the scenario. But I have to say, my this kind of people that are close to me and I mean artistically close to me, they are mainly in Rome because Rome is the city where you shoot. Right now, I'm not in Rome. I'm in the Basilicata region that is actually southern than Naples. So imagine Naples is right. I don't know. Naples is
Yeah.
right here. We are like 2 hours away going down. That's where I am. It's called Castelmezzano, where I am exactly. Even though I live between Castelmezzano and Matera right now, because my parents they have two restaurants, so that's why. I mean, one is closed and it's gonna be open. It's gonna open next month. No, in August, and the other one, it's like open. So right now I'm here, and we actually also thinking to. Since in the restaurant in Matera we have like a basement, I'm actually proposing them to do sort of like theater event once in a blue moon, like let's say Saturday night, something like this, because people need to fall back in love with life or to
Hmm.
people need art, so we need to do that
Yeah.
as much as we can. um what I was saying, I lost I'm lost in my so
Uh,
I was telling you, so it's difficult in this region because it's a small region. But of course, I have my group of people in Rome, and we are in touch every day. And also, a lot of time, let's say when you record self tape, or you do self edition, or you do self shoot, there's a couple of friends I have here that they live. One friend lives in Naples, the other one Armando lives in Naples, the other one, another friend of mine, she lives in Tuscany. So when we try to get together, we meet halfway and we do what we have to do, especially if the compensation is worth it. You know what I mean? So we
right.
gotta do what we gotta do. And the good part by being an actor is what you get in one day. People need to work 30 days. It's not really constant right now, but it's the kind, if you're really smart at saving, you can really still work as an actor. So that's another another thing we need to be aware of.
Let me ask you a question
Yes.
about the process, how you find new gigs, new jobs, and social media, like a space like YouTube. Okay, YouTube is a great platform where you can upload your auditions, where you can upload your a reel, you can kind of
Mm-hmm.
show your skill, and you can even monetize if you have acting skills and people really want to hear what you have to say.
Okay, so
But
first,
do
oh, sorry.
YouTube? Go ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
not personally a YouTuber. So about the YouTube part, I'm kind of lost. I have to admit, I'm just an actor. But what I can say, so you can really get some, let's say in Italy, there are specific sites where you can go and look for auditions. Let's say in UK, there's Mandy, Spotlight, also on Facebook groups, Casting Frontier for you. There's really a lot out there. You can, if I just receive audition directly into my email, so I just have to open my email and see what's going on and see if I can do it from home, if I need to be in a specific location. But there's really a bunch, so you just need to, let's say also Italenta, by chance it's a European one that you can get work from Europe, or there's really a lot. Start Now, a bunch of them. So it's really, really a backstage that there's in America, there's also here. There's really a lot, a lot, a lot. So there's not really a problem for you to find that. Do I use YouTube? I started. I do have some stuff on YouTube, but also because you can put something on private, especially if you have a work that the
Yes.
director asks you to keep it private, you can do that. But I also have Vimeo. Um, let me, what do I, oh, but what I do, what I do usually? I do upload my stuff on Google Drive. In this way, when a person asks for specific things, I just send it through Google Drive. Or if I'm just recording a videotape, I just use WeTransfer. rather than YouTube, because many people, when you do something for them, they don't want you to see it out there on YouTube, even though you can use the private listing. But it really depends. Basically, what can I say? I can say that I do like to respect and understand what they want. And if you don't know, you just ask, well, how do you want me to send you the material? And you just do it. And if you have a problem because of your connection, like by chance that happened to me the other day with WeTransfer, you just communicate. I mean, we are human. They're gonna be understanding.
Yes. So let me lead you to our next topic that we agreed to discuss. Maybe some lessons, skill set that you can share with other inspiring actors who wants to become someone like you. Can you teach maybe acting classes? Can you teach young kids to become like actors? Like I don't know if you do singing by any chance. Like what kind of skill set do you offer is in terms of like Zoom and the Skype classes?
Okay, I'll tell you what I do. I personally, was something that people ask me recently. It's more since I am Italian and many people are also opera singers. It happened to me that I had to teach some diction, Italian diction. That is like what like British
Accent.
people, yeah, accent or RP, receive pronunciation as the for Italian, because even if you don't speak Italian, as you guys can imagine, we have rhythm. By chance, when I'm preparing like something in English, I have an accent and I have a rhythm, and I have a Latin rhythm. So by chance, they ask me to reduce my accent. I work on pronunciation, but also on the rhythm. So many people, especially opera singers, ask me to work in diction, because I also act in Italian, and I had to learn how to speak in diction in Italian. So that's what the best thing I can teach. Also for
Cool.
Italians, not only for
I'm sure there
international.
are a lot of American actors who would like to learn how to speak with Italian accents. That's another skill set under their belt, so maybe you can teach them like how to do Italian accents to look sound
I had
very
some
familiar.
friends. I had some friends asking me to do so, but it wasn't for Italian. It was for Spanish, because I landed a couple of Spanish roles. One for Telemundo a while ago, one for Dramatización was the name of the show. Actually, there was one of my first jobs when I was in LA, but I also shot. Let's say the last time I shot a commercial, the Toyota commercial in Spanish. So I have to say that since I mean, I only worked in LA. So when you're in LA, many Americans or British actors ask you to learn the Latin sort of rhythm. You know what I
Right.
mean?
What kind
So
of looks can you pull? You can pull like a Middle Eastern look, probably like I can pull. You can do a European look. You can maybe do Indian.
okay, I'm open. I'm totally open.
You're very chameleon.
Yeah, I'm Italian, but I'm also dark in a way, so I can pass for Persian because my first job was Persian. Mexican, Arabic. I also work for an Arabic director, and I tried to learn Arabic, but didn't work out. It didn't really work out. So I'm like, you know what? It's not gonna happen. But you can play this role. What else? Indian, yes, I do have a headshot. That is when there's an Indian filmmaker, I have like the headshot that I look very Indian, or I've done the Indian make. It really depends. You have to adapt to the situation. That's what I say. It's always an advantage when you can pass for more than one thing, so you have to use that. You have to use that.
Let's finish with maybe a pitch, maybe idea. Like, what are you working right now? Like, what a project you doing? Maybe you want to do an announcement of something that's coming up, or you're looking to do a project and you need a crew, like, or you need like a particular talent for that. Like, if you have like maybe your social media, like Instagram, you can do a plug-in here.
Okay,
Let's see.
I'll tell you all of that. There's a movie that is coming out right now that we shot last year in Milan. In Milan. Then right now is crazy for the COVID situation, and it's coming out. Believe me, I have to look the name of the movie because they just changed it. I'll tell you in a second. Bad memory. That's not a good thing for actors. But I'm gonna go through this, and I will tell you what's my Instagram and my Facebook page. So you can also find me on Facebook. I have my personal page and my official page, and it's just Alessandra Romano. Alessandra, Romano like Romano. And then for Instagram, it's alessandraromano.b, because Alessandra Romano was just, taken. So I needed to put a B.
Thank
Let me check that for you. This is,
we can add like you can maybe send it to me so we can put it in subtitles and description so
absolutely.
folks can reach out and hopefully you'll get some gigs out of it. Okay.
I found the movie that is coming
Okay.
out. It's called Illegame. We shot this last year in I don't know if you can see it. We shot this last year in Milan. It's coming out right now, and I believe it's gonna be out like in a month or something or less. And I was playing like police officer in love with a guy. So they killed my guy, and I got crazy, and I start killing people, and it's mafia related, so it's really Italianish. But
Do
again,
you get more protagonist roles or antagonist? Like I get
do I
usually,
get what? Sorry, I lost you.
I get, for me personally, I usually get antagonist roles. Either I'm playing a terrorist or Russian mobster. I'm
Oh.
always getting like a negative antagonist role. But what about you? Are you
You
more
know,
like
it really
antagonist?
depends. It really depends. I know people like to brand and to put you in a box. I always try to be out of the box. So if a person like I played the victim, I have to admit I don't play the bad girl a lot. Not really a lot. I play the smile, of course for commercials always smiling one, or the victim I played, the mother ones.
What about age? Do you play older roles, like
It,
a
go,
kid
it goes
role?
from, let's say, it goes, sometimes I also play teenager, but I'm not a teenager. It goes from 22, 32. It depends. Like if I have to play a grown-up mother, I don't know, it's not really working out, I think. Then you never know. You never
What
know.
about animation? Like
Oh,
when you
I never worked on
any,
animation.
you don't do any animals voices?
I never done it. I never done
Okay.
it. We can try.
Maybe
We
we
can try. As I
can.
said, I'm really open. I think everything is achievable. It's doable. You just need to want it and to work hard towards your goal, and you do it. Whatever they ask you to do it, you try to do it. And if you don't do it, fine. You know what I mean? If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But you try.
Thank you so much.
You're really
I think
welcome.
maybe if we do another one, next time maybe you put it, your computer on something less shaky, so we get much better picture. Whenever you
Oh, okay,
touch
okay.
the
Because I was.
table, it's kind of moves, and the picture gets worse. So,
Okay.
ladies, ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions, please comment, like, share this interview, and hopefully we can do another session for you if audience really demands it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Let me
you.
stop recording.
Bye, guys.
Bye.